Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David, and in this video I'm going to show you a small new expansion for Castle Combo, and that is out of the Oubliette, out of the dungeon, something like that. This will add 12 new cards to the game, and when you place this card into your kingdom, you will put a key on top of it, and the special action of that card will be activated once you remove the key. So please let me show you how it's played. So there are 12 new cards in this expansion, 6 villages and 6 castle cards. And you just shuffle them into the decks, and once you put one in play and into your kingdom, you place it just as a normal card, but you place also a key from the supply, so not your own personal key but one from the supply, onto that card, and the special ability of this card will be activated once you remove the key. And you can remove the key at the start of your turn, after you've done something with the messenger if you want to, or after you've placed the card in your kingdom and finished that card. Then you can say, oh wait, I still have a card with a key, I'm going to activate it right now. You can only activate one card from this expansion each turn. And this one says activate the special ability of an adjacent card, so on top, bottom or left to right. So if I remove this key, I can activate this card again and I will score 2 keys. You can, however, choose to not activate the card at all. At the end of the game you will collect all keys that are on those cards and they will simply score you 1 point. So basically it will cost you 1 point to activate the card, but the key comes from the supply and not from your own personal stack. So it's not something you have to pay for yourself. And of course all cards will score points at the end of the game. This one will score you 7 points if you have at least 1 red shield in this line. And basically that's it. So let me just show you all cards in this expansion. So once again, when you take the card, you place it in your kingdom, you put the card from the general supply on top of this card in order to be able to activate the card later on. This one, if you remove the key from it, you can refresh one of the 2 rows. Also, you will score 3 keys for each card that has a money bag. But at the end of the game, this card will be worth 10 points if you have no card that has a money bag. This one also lets you refresh one of the rows, and this card will be worth the points at the end of the game for the total value of all cards in this column. And this one is already worth 7 coins, so this one is already worth 7 points. So if we end the game like this, the points for this card will be 7 plus 3 plus 2 will be 12 points. So if you have this card, you're going to place your expensive cards in this column if possible. This one lets you get 1 coin for each gray card, each castle card of one of your neighbors. And that's why it's nice if you can activate a card later in the game, because in the meantime your neighbor will maybe collect more castle cards, so this card will be of better use. At the end of the game you will score 4 points for each card with a lock, so each card of this expansion. This one again lets you activate the special ability of one of your adjacent cards, and 3 points if at least 1 blue shield is underneath or on top of this card in the same column. And finally we have this one. This one even has 3 colored shields. You can refresh one of the rows. You score 2 keys for each green shield you have. Unfortunately it's not on this card. And you will score 12 points if you don't have a card face down in your kingdom at the end of the game. Then we go to the castle cards. Again, remove one of the rows, refresh, get 2 keys for each orange shield, and you will score 3 points at the end of the game for each card that has a different value. So the more cards of different values you have, the more points you will score at the end of the game. Refresh one of the cards. And again, the value of this card is the total value of the cost of the cards, in this case in this row. So again, this is already 7 points. 2 coins for each red shield you have, and 8 points at the end of the game if you don't have a card that gives you discount on the cards. 1 coin for each castle card you have, also 2 points at the end of the game for each card that has only 1 shield. 2 coins for each purple shield, and 5 points if you have at least 1 shield, purple shield in this row. And finally we have this card. Again, refresh one of the rows, And also you'll get 3 keys for each card that has a discount symbol. And you'll score 5 points with this card if at the end of the game at least 1 green shield is in this column. And those are the 12 cards that are in this small expansion for Castle Combo. Take a card, place a key from the general supply onto the card, and you can activate the card later in the game, which can be very nice, because maybe you can collect some green shields in the meantime, so this card will score you more keys if you can activate it later instead of right at the moment that you buy this card. And remember, you can activate only 1 key each turn. But since it's such a small expansion, feel free to add it into your base game even when playing with players playing for the first time. I think that's very possible. Anyway, that's how you add in this small expansion to Castle Combo. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. My name is David, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.